Good morning. This is going to be another condensed dream journaling video because I overslept a bit and I need to get to my class in time. But I did have really interesting dreams, so much so that at one point I was kind of like, damn, I need to sleep. So this dream was, it happened over several hours because I woke up twice to go to the bathroom and I went back into this dream, and this dream was super sexual. It was interesting. It was set in this very gothic school, and the school was for the entertainment business, and it was like the elite of the elite. There was no accidental talent in there. It was all from the most, like, the upper echelons of society. And like there was some training for talent, but it was also for people to learn how to run a theater or run the entertainment business. And so it wasn't just artists, a lot of it was for business. And this, like I said, the school was really interesting looking. It was very, very gothic. And my dreams this month have been very different from any other dream experiences I've had, in that the best way I can describe it is that a lot of them have had 5D aspects to them. So I can only explain that through like saying it's dream logic, because it's really hard to even imagine something having more than just four sides, right? More than just front, back, side to side, and up and down. It's dream logic. So I don't know why I've been dreaming about things in 5D all of a sudden. It's really trippy. Anyway, so this school had a lot of at first I was myself, and my friend Sarah was in it, and we became, no kitty, we became these like strange otherworldly superheroes. And at one point the antagonist in this dream decided he was going to give her 7 chins and turn her into a moth. And no kitty, sorry, my cat's being bad. And at one point he did trick us. So it was a setup. He captured her, he turned her into a moth and covered her in spider webs and stuck her to a wall. And then she developed her mothiness and transformed into this big giant green winged thing. It was pretty interesting, actually. And then she was like, ha ha, little did you know, I meant to do this. And she took on those powers that someone thought they were giving her as something that would weaken her, and it actually transformed her. And she was able to fly around, and together we were able to corral him into this, oh my gosh, it's a plant sanctuary. I can't think of the word. But in this greenhouse, and we were able to vanquish the bad guy. So after vanquishing the villain, the dream continued on. I met several people. I turned into a completely different character, and I was this goth girl with blunt black bangs. And the dream developed, and it was almost like there was something to do with MK Ultra, and the talent portion of this dream that were going to the school were not really chosen because their parents decided to put them into this school because they were so talented. It was because MK Ultra had trained them, and their handlers were also going to that school, and it was very, very dark. there was a lot of like sexual sadism in this school and in this dream in general. And so in this dream, I was one of these MK Ultra victims that had been trained, but it was past the point of the training, and it was just when she was kind of midway. So there wasn't any, I didn't witness any physical torture of her, but there was some pretty questionable situations. And I was partially aware of what was going on, and I didn't want to tell Sarah because she was still in the dream, and she was kind of watching out for me and being like, hey, don't do this because it's going to steal your energy. And but I kind of like, I wanted to have these sexual experiences in this dream. So there was not quite lucidity or really partial lucidity, but some kind of knowing that it was a strange world like that. And so I was kind of like trying to hide this promiscuity from her. One, because these people were abusing this character that I was playing, and she would have put a stop to that, and she would have, by telling me like, hey, don't put up with this because this is bad and it's going to ruin your life. But I was addicted to the sex, and I was addicted to the attention, and I was a sex addict. And well, I had a handler, and we went to all kinds of places and did all kinds of things, and it was very interesting. And that was that dream. And unfortunately, I can't go into any other details because I have got to go. I had one other dream that I remember very well, that my sister and I were riding horses all over a place that looked a lot like New York City. And I saw someone watching a cell phone video of a Beyonce music video. And I looked and I saw myself several years ago, because I had blonde hair, and I was like, hey, that's me from several years ago. I remember walking on that street. And I was just in the background of this Beyonce video, and it was super cool. And my other sister was in it, and we were involved with this very, very successful shop in New York that was an occult shop, and we were doing things like witchy classes, and we were all selling products there. And that's really cool because that's something in real life that my sisters and I are working on. So that was really cool. And we did some sort of, my oldest sister did some sort of incantation. She said that she had a money spell and it worked, and she did an incantation for me. And then at some point in the dream, I bought this really cool, it was like a cross between a lava lamp and a rainbow candle. Pretty neat. Now my other cat is hassling me too. So I guess I'm going to cut it short here. I kind of really dislike doing a dream video this way, cutting out all the details, because the whole point of doing this right when I wake up is to fill in as many details as I can. At one point I was riding this horse. I've never ridden a horse in my dream, so we were traveling by horse instead of by car. Like, that was a choice that we made, and it was really, really cool. And I was completely in control of my vehicle of choice, which is different because whenever I'm in a dream, I usually lose control of the vehicle, or the brakes don't work, or there's no power steering. So, and that symbolizes how much control you feel of your life. So that's a great sign. I have been working really hard. I have been very sober. I stopped smoking weed, and I've broken up and cut out some very, like, people that I thought were my best friends, but were toxic relationships, and that was very hard for me, giving up weed and giving up these friends. So I feel very in control of my life, and my dreams are reflecting that. It's really neat. And I think that other dream and the the addiction to sex was the addiction to toxic people, even though I love them very much, but it was toxic. And my friend Sarah has been encouraging me to set boundaries in my dreams energetically so I don't get attacked psychically. And I haven't met with her, but I am going to go on a guided journey with her for my birthday, which is in just a couple of days. And I think she's going to teach me more about that, and I'm really excited. So yeah, that's it. I'm going to get to class. Bye. Oh, find me on Instagram at beneath.the.roses. There's a period between each word, and come say hi. Send me your dreams. I love to talk about them.